what do you think why fashion is important?
To live in a peaceful mind, fashion is important, of course.
Classic or trendy? What's your pick?
Trendy in a classic way.
Vintage.
Mumtaz is wearing a orange sari that in movie Brahmachari.
Royal.
The one and only Saif Ali Khan.
Mohammed, what was the most challenging moment in your career?
In 2019, I was diagnosed with
Hello, Kemcho. I'm Ajita Italiya, the founder of Agileia, the multi-designer store. Welcome to the podcast of Behind the Shan. Today we are celebrating Ram to Rag, where fashion meets everyday style. So let's diving into conversation with fashion, culture, and the runway weeks. How the runway weeks finds the everyday looks. Hello, Mohammed.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So good to have you today here.
It's always a pleasure.
And so let's dive into some chit chat and conversations. And we would love to know something about you. I know you have some amazing stories about your journey, about your background. But let's let people know today what it is about. So, Mohammed, what inspired you to be a fashion designer?
So it's a long story and that have stages basically. When I was in 10th, when I was in 12th and during my graduation, there are like so many things which inspired me. First, when I was in 12th class, that's looked like very funny. I have a girlfriend time. So after class 10, she started a diploma in fashion designing.
Oh,
And when she came after like 3 months, she told me this is my project. See, so I found it was really interesting and it was my way. So I just told her, ये बहुत गंदा लग रहा है, you can do this way. So she told me कि फिर क्यों कर ले? So it was like first seed that born in my mind, okay, maybe I can be a fashion designer. Then we just pass out with the 12th class and she went to Pal. And after that, she came to meet me and again she showed me her project like, see, this is my project and Mazhar, like you can do in a better way. I know you should do this. That time I was in BCom honors, but I know my family thinks that my family won't allow me to go with this type of things as like I'm coming from a Muslim background. Of course, if it is not Muslim, if it is a boy or a girl, for a boy it is really different to choose that type of profession. लोग बोलते हैं अच्छा तू दर्जी का काम करेगा. So that time. Then in 12th, after when I was in graduation, so me and my girlfriend we went for Three Idiot. That was the like most inspiring moment in my life. So only that night I decided I'll do fashion design. And that time I was in my graduation. The next day, then I came home. I just मैंने आके बोल दिया अभी मुझे fashion design करना है. And it was like huge silence. कि ये इसने क्या बोल दिया? And like they always wanted to be in a very financial field.
right.
We have a export business in family. They wanted to join me there and कि तू ये business कर और इसी को बहुत international level पे ले जा. That they wanted. But when I said, they all was like a big silence. Then finally, it took just only one day. They always had trust in me. Next day, my mom said कि ठीक है तुझे जो भी करना है कर. So that's the main thing कि तू बहुत खुश रहेगा and you will do well.
Yeah.
So finally, I decided and I just jumped into this amazing field.
Wow. So you are from Saharanpur.
Yeah, we are from Saharanpur. It is in UP and it is very modern basically. We cannot say UP means something else, but Saharanpur in terms of fashion, lifestyle, it is very much modern. Yeah.
So you always had that eye for fashion.
Yes.
As I think your girlfriend recognized it.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it's always good to do what you love.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, the story is just eye catching. So, Mohammed, how do you balance traditional and modernity in your designs? Like we've always seen, there is a lot of tradition in your designs, but with a modern edge. So, how did you think about it? And, how do you come up with your designs?
So any if it is any fashion designer, they're working on the aesthetic, they're working on region. So the region I'm coming from, Saharanpur. So I created my story, where I belong to, where my people belong to, and what is actual need of fashion in that region. So I thought I should make a story of my people, Saharanpuris, so that all my stories coming from a tradition that is like really strong tradition they have. Saharanpur has all the culture part and it has very vintage values also in terms of culture, religion, and everything. So my story is coming from a very strong cultural background, and after that I'm giving a twist of like modernism to that, so it seemed like quite fusion and interesting way.
Yeah. And how many years it has been for your label?
I was Gen Next in 2017. Then that time I started my just this thing. I launched my label in Lakmé Fashion V family. I was Gen Next 2017. Yeah.
Wow. But that's an amazing thing. Like, launching a label is a different part. And then, uh, going as a Gen Next label in Lakme Fashion Week is also a
So
big journey.
entry like always matter when you have like good entries. So you got a like good path
Yeah.
always. Yeah.
So, I mean, you mean to say that जो भी करो धमाके के साथ.
धमाके के एंट्री आपकी धमाकेदार होनी चाहिए always.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, Mohammed, your designs have a unique identity. How would you describe your design philosophy? I know we spoke about that you blend cultures, like you don't want to forget your culture, where you have come from. But then, still, how do you design it again, like, your design philosophy?
So if we talk about design, design is always influenced by a market. The market, which market you are targeting. So the label Mohammad Mazhar is more supplying to Middle East, like Qatar, where Saudi we are supplying most. So we understanding that market also. What's the need? What's the demand of that market? So lots of countries in Middle East, they are demanding particular type of design. We want this, we want that. So when it is coming to a region, particularly, and the design is stick to that region, it creating a story. So it become like more individual, more unique that way. Yeah.
So, you have more of, clients from Middle East and,
Yes. Lots of countries we supply, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi, Bahrain, lots of cities and countries we supply in this
so
case.
like basically the stores from those countries, they.
Store from those countries and like big influencer. We have a like really good clientele, amazing list of clientele there.
Right. That's nice. So, Mohammed, what are the biggest challenges that you face as a fashion designer, as a label, like every day, or since from the beginning that you started with the label?
To be honest, from the day one I entered in this industry, it is so warm, so welcoming. I never found any challenge. I'm enjoying every day and growing every day. I feel so blessed every day. There is no challenge. I think I felt any.
No, I mean, I think that is your perspective because I feel that whatever work you have been doing, it is with a good intention. So I think that's why, because you take everything positively, I think that's how you cannot find any challenges and आप हर एक चैलेंज को एक पॉजिटिव वे में लेके एंड देन आई फील यू फाइंडिंग आउट अ वे आउट ऑफ इट दैट्स व्हाई अदरवाइज आई डोंट थिंक कि आज के ज़माने में पीपल कैन नॉट फाइंड चैलेंजेस दे फाइंड चैलेंजेस इन ऑल लिटिल थिंग्स ऑल्सो.
Still, I found myself a little less. मुझे लगता है मेरे में कमी है. Cost for a label, Mohammad Mazhar, the demand is really high, and I'm not supplying that way. I think I can say it can be a challenge for me, but like struggling way, I didn't find anything.
No, but then I feel you have been working amazingly, doing so many shows back to back. I've always heard, like in the season time, you have back to back shows and, supplying to a lot of stores, doing so many pop ups. Like, the season is completely packed with you. When Agilia has to find a date with you for a pop up, it's so difficult that आप बोलते हो नहीं मेरा ये show है नहीं मेरा वो show है, but there you have been doing amazingly, and I feel that it should just go step by step. Like when you are sound with your, you are very confident with your collection and designs and all, tabhi karna chahiye, I
तभी
feel.
करना चाहिए, of course. That
Yeah.
makes sense all.
Yeah, because like nowadays, youngsters or young generation, when you see, everyone wants to find a fast way,
Fast.
a very easy way to everything. But I don't think there is a fast way to any.
What I found is there are like so many budding designer. They are confused with the channel of distribution. They don't know how to go about it. Like which channel to be the best for their label, their product. They are, I think, facing this problem. Which channel of the distribution is the best channel for them? So for that, I'll suggest, I think they should take a type of mentorship under a store even they can't.
Yeah.
Because as a multi-designer, as a owner of the multi-designer store, you understand demand of the client in a better way.
Yeah.
So I'll suggest if any of the budding designer newcomers, they are really confused about their product. So I'll say they should take a mentorship or they should take a advice to a multi-designer store how they can define their work in more beautiful way, I think.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, Mohammed, if you had to describe your style in 3 words, what would they be?
That first thing about the style, I always talk about whites, whites, whites. When it coming to the style, I always say, I mean, the white is always style. One thing I'll say white, another layering, lots of layering I love, and it should be trendy also. Yeah,
Yeah,
three things
yeah,
in a style.
absolutely. So, Mohammed, what was the most challenging moment in your career? Like when you started, I know there are, as you're saying, you didn't find any challenges, but
But it was. And I started labeling 2017, and in 2019 I was diagnosed with cancer, as you know that. So that time, like a few months was really challenging. For a day one, I was going for my chemo, and next day, yes, of course, I have to come to the factory also. So it was really challenging that moment, but it gone through like so easily it went. And of course, I feel blessed, lucky every day.
that's very inspiring. I mean, overcoming a cancer thing, and at the same time, you had come up with your label also. So, I mean, hats off to you.
Thank you so much.
So, tell me one celebrity that you would like to style. I know you have recently styled Shilpa Shetty at your show on the Lakmé
I
Fashion.
have done with Anushka, Sonam, so many. But now I'm in the line with Deepika Padukone. Of course, that's like, it happens. That's a dream come true.
That will happen soon.
Inshallah.
So, Mohammed, how fashion affects our society? Like,
Well, there's like such a good way, bad way, fashion affecting our society in such a way. I think people are finding it like more expensive, but they don't know this is not expensive. Fashion means something affordable, I think. But there's so like there are many people they're thinking this is not affordable, this is really costlier. So to just achieve that label of the fashion, few people come in a wrong way to achieve that level of the fashion. I think that's a factor that is affecting to the society.
and what do you think why fashion is important?
To live in a peaceful mind, fashion is important, of course.
I think fashion, dressing up, really affects the way you feel about yourself,
Yes.
and also the way others feel about yourself.
The thing is that when we are waking up in the morning, subah utke, we are getting ready, or if your mood is not good, still you are getting ready in a such good way, you feel so happy the whole day. Your mood suddenly changes.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So,
think this is the
and I think
most
fashion is about expressing your, mood,
yeah.
your feelings
Yeah.
also.
I think as we say like roti, kapda, makan, there is a three needs of human being, but I'll say fourth one should be fashion. That's important.
Yeah. So, like today we are in era of AI. Uh, Everything is happening with AI, chat GPT or whatever you say. So, do you think, fashion designers will be replaced by AI?
Never ever. Because if we talk about Instagram, for example, it was 2012-13 when Instagram came. So we never thought, we were thinking this is the world only. Then after so many apps, then now chat GPT, I don't think so. We cannot imagine the future and human created AI. AI cannot
Yeah,
it us. So
create.
of course not. This Dimag is like always on high. Nobody can replace human.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is like your opinion on this? I just want to ask.
Again, I believe in the thought that you said that humans created AI, but AIs cannot. I mean, AI cannot create. It can be helpful in a certain way, but जो that जो creativity है, like that comes from a human being, I don't think AI can fulfill
Of
that.
course not.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite fashion era? Like 80s, 90s, and now the 2000s?
90s, of course, it belongs to my bachpan. And that Hum Aapke Pawn, Dilwale Dulhaniya, that was like so full of reality, I'll say. So much drama if you like seen the movie. Of course, always 90s. Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. If you talk about fashion, the fashion of Kajol, Odli, Chunariya, Terena, that is so interesting.
Yeah.
Yes, always 90s.
Yeah, always 90s. Even for me, I feel.
Very playful.
Okay. If your brand were a song, what would it be?
आंख तेरी कितनी हसी मौला मेरे मौला. My brand is a poetry. It's a sound that's so much wide, so much sufism. So maula mere maula always. And in this song, Nahid were there, and she's my friend. She is like my personal favorite. She's a wide. So of course, maula mere maula.
No. If you were to give a message to aspiring designers and fashion enthusiasts, what will it be? Like, we just want a little guidance about for youngsters that, if they want to start with a new label, they want to start with their new brand, and, you know,
So if any designer, anybody designer, they starting their label, they always think कि एक brand का एक ही aesthetic हो सकता है. So they not finding such a way. उन्होंने एक अपना aesthetic set कर लिया है. Then they thinking I have to follow this aesthetic. No, a brand can be different aesthetics also. They can work on this aesthetic, this, and it is not that they have to work on just one line. They can start two, three lines together if they made their mind कि मुझको Indian करना है. And after just 1 year, 2 year, they didn't found that type of interest in Indian. They thinking मैं Western कर सकता हूँ. So it's okay. After 2 years, if you found like you want to start with Western and you want to start with a line which is full of fusion, you can start that. It is not that you have only one aesthetic and you have to stick to that aesthetic only. You can change your aesthetic also. A brand can be with many aesthetic. It is not that only one aesthetic. Of course, and instead of this, you have to choose a channel of distribution very wisely. Not that I'll just keep supplying to the store. or if I'll keep doing only exhibition or I'll be do export, it can be many.
Yeah.
It is vast.
Yeah.
So choose two, three, four, five channel of distribution which is working in better way. Go with that in more way.
Yeah. And nowadays, there is a huge competition in the market.
Yes.
So you need to explore different markets, like with stores or exhibitions or having your own store. So,
When you're doing like different way, you're learning every day.
yeah.
You're learning every day like which one is better for me. I can do more better in this way. I can do more better in such another way.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So we learn
So
every.
it is like we talking about different channel of distribution. That's the same thing. That means different aesthetics.
Yeah.
So don't stick to the only one aesthetic. I do this. No, do many things.
Yeah.
Which works in such a better way for you. Do with that.
Yeah.
Go with that.
And I believe that learning is a life process.
Always.
So
It's never ending.
yeah, it's never ending. ऐसा नहीं कि एक बार फैशन डिजाइनिंग का कोर्स कर दिया और मुझे सब कुछ आ गया. एवरी डे यू लर्न सो मेनी थिंग्स.
It is so deep and it is starting from the ground. कभी कभी if I'm in the factory तो मैं कारीगरों के पास भी जाता हूँ ताकि उनसे कुछ सीखने को मिले.
Yeah.
When I'm developing my design, उसमें वो चीज़ बहुत हेल्प करती है. Maybe I'm very good into sketching, I'm very good into design process, but जो कारीगर 24 घंटे मशीन पे बैठा है they working, और जो मास्टर जी like 18 घंटे 24 घंटे they are into cutting, उनसे बहुत कुछ आपको सीखने को मिलता है.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you learn from everyone. Your the helpers around you, everyone, like your friends, your family.
This is not about like I have done my designing course. I now.
और मुझे सब कुछ आता है. And it doesn't
This
work.
is the only field I think there is a creativity matter every second, every moment. क्या नया बना रहे हो. So it is not that के अभी I am perfect, मेरा हो गया है. We are learning every day. This is the industry. We need new things every day. Innovation, innovation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So keep learning every day.
Yeah, we learn, we grow, and we grow and we learn.
We learn.
So it's the same thing with me. When I started with Agileia, the multi-designer store, I started with 20 designers. And when I thought of starting it, I had no clue. I had no personal connection with any designers. I didn't even knew how the fashion industry works.
I've seen that growth. Tremendous.
And now today it's been 7 years and we work with 700 plus designers now.
We grow together. It's been
We've been together with the journey. I've seen you grow and you've seen me grow.
And we both are like blessed to work together.
No, but as a human being, you inspire a lot to inspire us, like how, your dedication, your hard work.
Actually, this is the way I'm living my life. So I think लोग हो जाते हैं is inspired, but this is the actual way, the way I am.
Yeah, it is. But I would like to say that the right intention is very important. Doing anything, I think that people also figure out. Like when we have clients here and you are there at the store, and clients ऐसे ही आपको देख के आपकी vibes को देख के fascinate हो जाते हैं. And then they forget about the pricing or anything. They just forget about everything.
Always, when I'm booking a show, curator specially mentioning that you have to come. I say, मैं अपनी team को भेजूंगा. I have another event. No, you have to come. And of course, this is making huge difference.
Yeah.
In terms of sale even. So I don't know how blessed I am. I feel so blessed. Like every day कि लोग मुझे देखने के लिए आते हैं. I don't know. Just the blessing.
And you know what? Like Gia has held like several pop-ups of big designers. But whenever we have a Mohammad Mazhar ka pop-up, I am always relaxed. I don't have to work about the marketing or anything. I know it is going to work the best. It is going to be the best.
This is all about intention. I swear when I'm going for a pop-up to any store, you can ask, check. I never care about sales or anything. It always happens just by the grace of the God. It's happening itself only. I'm just putting my intentions, and the intention is to providing employment to my city's people. That's the only thing. So I tell you one thing also. When my label was just new, कोई भी डिज़ाइनर बनता है तो they always think कि हम ठीक है दिल्ली बॉम्बे शिफ्ट हो जाते हैं. There's so many things are there.
Yeah.
Easily रहता है channeling. But I thought in my city there's loss of कारीगरी are there. वो लोग शिफ्ट हो जाते थे, migrate कर जाते थे for employment. They going Delhi, they going Bombay, just अपनी family से दूर for a like small amount. तो I thought कि how we cannot start here. ठीक है लोगों को जोड़ना start करते हैं. We started with 5-10 people. Now it's more than 300 people. They working with
Wow.
us. So even this thing is always inspiring me कि अब ये मेरे लोग हैं. I have to do something for them always. So this is only intention. जब आपका intention बहुत अच्छा होता है, so universe आपको help करता है to achieve that goal or that prosperity in it.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thought, actually. So, here are some more fun and simple rapid fire questions.
Exciting.
Okay. Classic or trendy? What's your pick?
Trendy in a classic way.
Oh. What's the one fashion item you did never wear?
I hate ties. I swear, I don't want to be very much farmers.
So that's your vibe. Yeah. If your wardrobe had a mascot, what would it be?
A white kurta with a Aligarh cut pajama that always can be fit into many Indian traditions. Always.
Wow. What's your favorite fabric to wear?
Cotton, always cotton. I'm working cotton, working with cotton, wearing cotton, eating cotton. Everywhere. If you could see my factory, the whole range. If even I'm using silk that has a blend of 20% cotton. So of course, always cotton.
Wow. If you had to design a dress using only one color, I know what is the color.
You can assume that color. That's so obvious. Anybody
I know the color, so I will answer it. It's white.
always right. White is always right.
One fashion rule you always break.
Why Indian? Why Western? It can be fusion. Just breaking the boundaries. It can be fusion always. Yeah.
Minimalistic or over the top?
Over the top always.
Wow. Yeah, even that is my personal style.
Yeah, it is.
A little bold.
Then you had choices in such a world. So why to be go minimal?
Yeah. Okay. What's your lazy day outfit?
I always in a shorts and double, triple, 4XL t-shirts. That's it. And near a pool. Yeah, that's my bike. If you will see me in the factory, I'm always wearing 4XL t-shirts.
Okay. Jeans or suits?
Jeans always.
Yeah.
I told you I'm not a formal person.
Formal person at all. What's one accessory you can't live without?
I'm not a even very accessory person, but sometime or in many occasions, just to look formal, I wear always watches, wristwatches. Yep, that's the necessary, I think.
And I think I've always seen you with corsets, like
Sets.
comfortable,
Yeah.
and cotton cords.
And sets also.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you carry it so well.
Try.
Okay. So now again, we are going to have a rapid fire round. It'll be like which actor or actress comes to your mind with these words. So let's
Sure.
go. Vintage.
Mumtaz ji, she's wearing a orange sari that in movie Brahmachari. She is magical.
Wow.
Always.
Yeah.
Then when I drink vintage, it means Mumtaz ji.
Effortless.
Shah Rukh Khan. He is actually. He can like talk in any topic on any topic in amazing way.
Yeah.
Just effortlessly.
Effortlessly. Like, I mean, even if when he talks to a woman or, like anyone, even on the stage, he's so
Anybody like feel so comfortable when he's around. So that's so effortless.
crazy.
Kaju, it like craziness always. You remember her face. She's crazy.
Yeah. Royal.
The one and only Saif Ali Khan.
Formal.
Formal always Amitabh Bachchan ji. I think वो घर में सोते भी formal wears में मैं और he's उसको formal.
I know. I think maybe he's formal, he's a legend, and effortless. Everything we can find
I've
on
never
him.
seen a single picture जिसमें वो perfect frame में नहीं है.
Right.
I've never found a single picture on the Google even.
So here we come to an end with our conversation, and we had an amazing conversation with you. Got to know a lot of sneak peeks and insights of designing, fashion designing, coming up with a brand. And it's always amazing to chat with you anytime. Whenever we have a pop up at the store, we don't find even the time to chat because we are always busy with the clients.
I always wait to come to Surat always here to meet you, especially Sriha also.
Thank you so much, for being here today with a wonderful chit chat and conversation. Thank you guys for watching the episode. I hope you found a lot of insights about branding, fashion designing, and a lot of things. See you soon in the next episode Behind the Shine by Agileia.